Hey guys, what's up? It's Keaton here from LightingSmartt. Today we're going to be taking a look at my new lighting setup. So before we go into what materials you'll need, let's take a look to see how it performs. As you can see, the light reflects off the walls very nicely and it'll definitely make the product pop. So now let's take a look to see what materials we'll need for this build. So the first thing is you're going to need a big sheet of Formica. Now with the Formica here, we used it for the bottom, the side, the other side, the shelf, and the top of it. Now I really liked Formica and how it reflected the nice CFL light off it, and it would just really make the product pop. So when you use Formica, you're going to notice, just imagine this white strip not being there. So what we used for this is white iron-on white edge banding, and this kind of conceals that chipping stuff, but little chips you see here, you can definitely fill that in with white paint. So now this is the part where you can start to customize it. So we had a wall here previously, this whole cutout was really formed by a flat screen TV. We had a flat screen here, but when we moved it, I got access to this and I customized it the way I wanted. But we had a wall here previously, and you can fill this in with drywall if you wanted to and then paint over it with white, but we just decided to paint over it with white versus going with the drywall method, as it was cheaper and it was the easier way to go. So coming up here, we have our kind of shelf holders. I really do not know how to what to call them, but in the end here, we see we have a hook. Now, the reason why I went with a hook here is because I want to, at some point in time, I want to put a metal rod across that and then have like a custom DSLR rig kind of hang down and then put my Canon T2i on there and then have it shine down versus, me having my tripod stand up on its 3 legs and then just have the camera come down at an angle. So coming up here, we have the shelf. Now, I really needed a shelf here because I wanted to conceal the cables, or at least try to, rather than them hanging down in the video. I just think that would be annoying from a viewer standpoint. And then we have some zip ties on here to keep them nicely intact and get a little bit of slack. So the whole part of a lighting setup is to get some good lighting. Now, I picked some utility clip-on lights, as these were the best solution in where I'm standing, and I think they display the light very nicely, but the only downside to them is you can't really customize them. I mean, you can definitely like move them around and stuff, but with someone else's lighting setup, kind of similar to this, they had ones where you can extend the whole arm, put at different angles, but those are a lot more, they're a lot more money. So the light bulb that I used for this was a blue CFL. Now I picked CFLs over, your standard light bulb because they had this nice kind of blue whitish light, and it reflects the product nicely, and the whole light reflects in the box itself. Thank you guys so much for watching this video on my lighting setup. Now before we fully wrap it up, I really need to say thanks from Lou from Unbox Therapy. He gave me this kind of idea when he showed off his grand room tour. Without his idea, I would never been able to make this. Also, the cutout we had, you probably will not have this cutout unless you had a flat screen TV in kind of the same spot. So if you don't have that, try to make it work if you are still interested. Also, I'm really sorry if I say some words weird and stumble on some words. I just got braces, so you're going to have to stick with it because I will be having them for a full year, so I'm really sorry about that. Now, I will have the prices for the products that I did show in this video in the description below, so please be sure to check that. So if you guys like this kind of video where I show you what I made, the final result, and then I tell you what kind of materials you will use, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and definitely hit that subscribe button and stick around, as I will be showing you guys how to make a custom DSLR rig in the future. So the question I have for you guys is, if you guys were to build this lighting setup, would you? Thank you guys again, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.